beautiful people, and welcome back for another episode of the Not So Big Ben Show. I'm your host, Not So Big Ben, government name Ben Sladek. I forgot my cap, but I never forgot my little chub, Stub. Cheers to that, Coors Banquet. Please sponsor me. This is episode number 40 now, I believe.
There we go. That's good number.
Yes, sir. And we got Poe in the back.
You already know Ben loves chubs. I think that's what we're going to title this one.
I love a Coors chub. But fortunately, we don't have Pro. Once again, he is out kicking little kids' ass as a martial arts instructor. You know, it's the summertime. Kids got to, take their rage out whenever they lose in Fortnite or whatever.
Yeah, and let me say this. A lot of people talking crap, haters, yeah. Pro could beat 99.9% of y'all's asses.
Yeah.
Confirmed?
100%.
Yeah. So,
brown belt jiu-jitsu, black belt taekwondo. Don't know what degrees, and maybe he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu now. Not sure. So if you are, apologize. But brown belt, black belt, higher than anybody else.
He'll beat that ass. Anyways, continue. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. But, man, football is back. Preseason was here. Woo. We had our stars, and football's not back for everybody, though. Unfortunately, fortunately, James Pierce will be suspended for the first 8 games in what is not really looking good for Atlanta right now. You lose him for 8 games. I believe Jalen Walker suffered a season-ending torn ACL.
Yep.
And, you watched him on Friday. Ooh, that was ugly. It's not good looking good in Atlanta.
Dude, I said a couple shows back that they're going to be top 3 worst team in the league. I stand by that.
100%.
Even with a healthy roster, I think they were flirting, but now you have your 2 edge guys go down. I mean, quarterback situation. Matt Ryan's probably the best quarterback in the organization. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, we've seen guys come off the couch and play well with how bad quarterback development is, but, I don't know. Did Drake London, Kyle Pitts, or Bijan play? Not that it's any excuse. I mean, Tua's been a veteran for a long time, and he should be playing better, and at least look competent. But he looked terrible. I mean,
yeah, he did, and it sucks because I think all 3 guys you mentioned, they all got paid this offseason, didn't they? I literally think all 3.
Yep.
Their skill positions are pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Definitely their wide receiver, Bijan combo. People could probably argue on Pitts. I feel like people boosted him so high, but now he might be slightly undervalued. I think
Pitts.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, man. Trash organization for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, haven't been the same since that Super Bowl loss, as the infamous Coach Rock Gray said on this show back in October. But, and quite honestly, the way that Kirk Cousins looked on Thursday with the Raiders, it was like maybe should have kept him. Was familiar with the Stefanski system. I don't know, but I mean, is it crazy to think with the way they look that this Stefanski might be a one and done?
I don't think it's crazy at all. The problem is, he doesn't have traded for Tua or whatever, but he doesn't have a handpicked guy, so he might get a crack at the draft to get his own guy. I don't know, man. People sing Stefanski's praises. The only memory I have of him that I hold on to is just the abomination he did with the Baker returning from injury year or being injured. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go one and done. I don't know about you.
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know how much he got in his contract, but they seem to piss all that money away anyways now, so it doesn't mean anything. But, he definitely had a better resume than Raheem Morris for sure, but I was also kind of Raheem Morris in the last 2 years was a much better coach than Stefanski was, on paper. I mean, Stefanski won 8 games in 2 years with Cleveland, and I know that roster stinks, but, I mean, I don't know. He also fired his whole offensive staff after 2023 when they made the playoffs, and then the offense the last 2 years in Cleveland has been shite. And you bring in, I think it's Tommy Rees, who wasn't even a good play caller in college, and he's now Stefanski's right-hand man, and I don't know if he's calling the players or not, or if he just has the title of offensive coordinator, but they showed the offensive monologue. It was punt, 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 interception, punt, punt, punt. Looked a lot like it did in Cleveland, and I don't. Is that offense just broken? Is he in over his head? I mean, I don't know, dude, but
Yeah, I don't know either. Again, they got the skill positions or seem to have that figured out, but man, when that QB is a question mark, it's like painting a turd with glitter. You know what I mean? Like, you're only going to make it so good if that QB can't sling it. So I don't know.
I mean, Michael Penix might be the better option if he's ever healthy.
Big if there.
But like, because he had the funniest point ever, like the meme where he's pointing at Tua, like, y'all wanted this dude. Like, I don't know if that's really what he was doing, but it's weird. He's in uniform, but he can't practice. I don't know what the deal is, man. And I think they were saying he won't go under center because it hurts his knees too much. Which it's like, dude, like, how are you gonna? And I think Michael Penix can throw the fuck out of the football.
Oh, bro, he slung it at, what was it, Washington?
Yeah.
I guess it was.
But even like his first few starts with the Falcons, he was looking good. Then the Carolina game happened, and that was disaster. And people have really kind of held that against him since. But
Yeah.
And he's had a few moments since, where he's looked pretty good. I mean, he went toe-to-toe with Drake May in New England last year. They lost that game because Younghoe Koo went ride reft. And, oh, God, I actually did not mean. We'll move on from that. No good. But no, for real. I mean, like he had his moments, and I was thinking like it's not like like JJ McCarthy getting benched bad. He was never like that level of bad. I thought.
No, you'd always see you would see like 2 quarters of like, okay, like there's something here. There's something here. Like, I'm not saying it was perfect, but I mean, he's done his ACL I think 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, at a certain point, you probably will just never get it back to how it's supposed to feel.
I mean, it's a hard thing to do, and
Super.
especially 3 times for a quarterback. I mean, Keenan Allen tore it 3 times, and just got signed by the Colts the other day. So makes you think: is Alec Pierce healthy?
I don't know. He hasn't been practicing. I saw, but Keenan Allen could go out there with no feet and catch 80 balls per year, man. He's like probably as fast as you and I. Not actually, but like he can't run very fast, but he just gets open.
I don't know how he does. I mean, they're always having linebackers. I remember the Steelers played them, and there was like a zone defense. And Vince Williams, legendary linebacker for the Steelers. Yeah, that was chicken. But, hey, I mean, he's just a great route runner. He blocks. I mean, I think he played under Steichen for the Chargers when Steichen was calling the plays, and I don't know if they were in Los Angeles yet or not, but I think they were.
If my team needed like a wide receiver 3 with some upside, I would most certainly have signed him.
Absolutely.
I think.
Especially if Alec Pierce may never play. And, besides him, I think their number 2 is like Josh Downs. And that Pittman trade, thank you guys for that. But we'll see where they go from here. But the Super Bowl champions played the other night against Dallas. DeMarcus Lawrence came out and said this is going to be his final hoorah, and he's going to do it in style with the Seahawks. And had a lot of production last year. The Hard Knocks is looking great. I mean, they have him and somebody else is a passer. I don't remember who. Derek Hall. I know that clip went viral. And then they extended Devin Witherspoon. Got a lot of money, but it's well deserved. Easily a top 5 corner in football.
I think so. Let me give you a flash question here. Just don't think about it too hard. Pittsburgh can sign Witherspoon or Sauce Gardner. Who are you picking?
Witherspoon without a question.
Me too, bro. I hesitate for 0 seconds.
He's a chess piece. Mm-hmm. He can blitz. He can cover. He can. Whereas Sauce is like, dare I say, washed.
He has not looked the same. I know he's had some injuries, but it was either his rookie year or his sophomore year. I can't remember which one. Someone on the league probably sent the league something, but like they don't let Sauce get his handsy at the line.
Which I hate that. Like
I do too. I do too. Like, gosh, it's already so hard to play corner now. Like you can't breathe on him. But dude, he really hasn't looked that good in a couple years.
But it's also like in his defense, like he was so good his rookie year.
He was.
And like you're expected to just be that great each and every year that when you dip the slightest, they just turn on you. And I'm part of the problem with that regard. I mean, but when you're also they give up 2 first-round picks for you, that's when you're harshly judged.
Absolutely.
And you wonder how the fuck Chris Ballard still has a job. That's 31 other teams would have fired him by now. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and like, to be fair, like, we're not calling Sauce bad. Like, I feel like he's a top 10 corner.
Yeah.
I feel like he's still a top 10 corner as he comes back from injury, like if he gets the same amount of play. But he was like, without a doubt, lowest 3 or 2 for a couple years there, like under Surtain only, probably.
Well, and it was like, if you said Surtain was better than Gardner at one point in time, people called that a hot take, which I never bought into that.
Me neither.
But I don't know. The Jets were also on the come up and the Broncos weren't, but times have changed. And
Yes, they have.
I say that like the Jets were good. They were supposed to be good, but
Dude, I think they would have balled if Aaron Rodgers never got hurt. I honestly believe that.
The year that he was there, the full season he was there.
I know, but like, they won like 8 games with Zach Wilson. You tell me Aaron Rodgers isn't worth like maybe 7 games. I don't remember, but
Zach Wilson was slinging that pill.
He was slinging it. You're telling me Aaron Rodgers isn't worth a game or 2 better to get to 10 wins, 9, 10 wins? He definitely was.
I was talking about when I think Wilson just played for the Saints. He's the 3rd stringer there now, which is kind of weird to think. You were number 2 overall pick at one point.
Yeah.
And you're a 3rd string quarterback.
Hey, man, he probably got a $40 million contract, and he probably is just going to hold a clipboard all year. It's not a terrible gig to have.
It's a great gig. I would kill for that. I mean, and, I wonder if he was in the middle of that scuffle the other day with Dallas. That was, hey, that guy I told you about, Rocksteiner, the 6th game, hit that German suplex. I don't even know who it was on, but, I mean, it looks like that WWE career is just getting a little jump start.
Yep.
If you're hitting a German suplex in practice, you might as well just get in the ring. But that's beside the point, though. Dallas did sign Von Miller, though, after the preseason. And, I mean, I don't know. Does he still have – I mean, apparently he had 9 sacks last year. I didn't know that. That's a lot more.
I wouldn't have guessed that either.
No, but, definitely good leadership, I guess, inside of Dallas. Will the defense be good? That's to be determined. But Caleb Downs is looking impressive in training camp, and a guy in their offense that might fit in the scheme. I don't know if you saw Camden Brown, dude. Mm-hmm. Man,
I was hoping that's who you were referencing.
Yeah, Camden Brown, man. 2 touchdowns, and 1 beautiful snag. I mean, it looked like I think they were battling for who's QB2 between Sam Howell and Joe Milton. Well, I don't know. Who cares? But, I'd give it to Joe Milton personally just because he could sling the shit out of the ball. But I don't know. I've also watched Sam Howell. He was supposed to be a big thing coming out of UNC. I never saw it personally, and then started very quickly in the NFL and never really got a chance after that.
When he had his Commanders year, he was like a little Jameis Winston-ish, like throw for a crap ton of yards, couple touchdowns, but like also 3 picks.
Yeah.
But
he was a gamer, though. I mean,
he was a gamer.
But you knew, and I remember people were just like, why would they draft Jaden Daniels, and why would they build around Sam Howell? I think they made the right choice.
Have we discussed that?
Okay,
all right. You take it on.
We decided to start this episode at 6 out of respect for Jaden Daniels, so we didn't start at 5.
Bro, that shit has gone everywhere. Like
It's replaced 9. It's replaced 9.
It had like Nat Geo was like frying them on X or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, like the Braves, like any social media manager worth their salt would just make a joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the baseball Twitter accounts, they're going
hilarious.
It's crazy right now. Oh shoot, we might have to pause. It's 6:25 right now. We might have to pause out of respect for Jaden Daniels.
Take a minute of silence.
Just kidding. I can't do that. Yeah, if LSU can't do it, then I can't do it. But, I mean, he was a Heisman Trophy winner, but, it's easy to say, like, he didn't win it all. But if you watch the defense, you can understand how they didn't win it all. And to say that his team was even as close to as good as Joe Burrow's team is insanity.
Bro, Joe Burrow's team is probably the best college team of all time. I mean,
up there.
And I'll say this too, like 2 things that I don't like that he did with it. The first thing he did was, first of all, the administration that promised you a retired number, that was Kelly. They clean house. So all the people that are in there now didn't promise you anything. And then 2, he came out and said like, oh, that's my team. My team did that. Like I let them handle all that. Like his mom is his manager. So like you did it or your mom did it. But like either way, I feel like you just got to take some ownership.
She's a trooper.
She's something for sure.
I mean, she'll go to war for that boy.
She will.
I've never seen the dad that is like, does he not exist?
So that's the thing. The dad is totally present in everyone's life.
That's what
he was at training camp.
That's what I was wondering. I just feel like they never bring him up. So it's always his mom that's in the headlines. But I mean, she's a hustler. She's the agent. I mean, hell, if I had a mom like that, I have a great mom for the record. But it's just like, it's fucking damn. Like, get your son whatever he wants. I mean, it's gonna spoil him too. But I don't know. And we'll see how the Redskins do this year. I mean, they're still living off that one, little playoff run they had, where they got curb stomped by Philadelphia and thought things were promising. I was just like, I looked at them on paper. I said, that defense is not good enough, and it showed. And their offense got worse too. And now Kingsbury's out of there, and I think David Blau's calling the plays or something. And they now have Stephon Diggs, who will be going up against his brother, I think, at some point this year, because he just signed with Seattle today. Trayvon Diggs did.
Okay.
And so did Terrion Arnold somehow a few weeks ago. I believe he's going to be placed on the commissioner's exempt list when the thing starts. That'd be crazy if he wasn't.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm fading the Redskins, the Commanders Redskins this year. Whatever their over-under is, I'm hammering the under. I'm not a believer.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not.
I don't even know what they're. If it's over 5, then maybe I'll give it that.
I have to look. I haven't. I'm sure they have lines out by now. I haven't looked at them, but if it's anything over 7 games, I am not even thinking twice and gonna hammer some money on the under for sure.
Crazy times, man. But in other words, teams that are losing players to injury have now gained guys. The Carolina Panthers have signed tight end Darren Waller. Not a bad signing, We played pretty good in Miami last year.
He did?
I was surprised. I didn't even know he was in the free agent market. I for sure thought he was still in Miami, but and he would definitely be their number 1 wideout. But although, I mean, Malik Willis looked pretty good on the first preseason game. Caleb Douglas had a fucking snag in that game, and so did somebody else did too. But I remember somebody talked about, Quinn Ewers didn't play that bad last year. Maybe keep him and develop him. His stat line from the preseason game was 1 of 8, 27 yards and an interception.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something you want to, especially with a new regime. You ain't banking on that guy.
No, I don't think so. I mean, let's be honest. They'll probably bottom out. They'll probably draft a quarterback, I would imagine, near the top of and there's going to be a lot of good ones next year. So that's probably what they'll do. Although you're right, man. Willis did not look bad in Green Bay, and he hasn't looked bad in preseason.
Well, I'll tell you right now, do not draft Arch Manning unless you want your team to suck.
Oh, is that your take?
Fucking take. I think he is garbage.
We'll see. I'm going to hold my judgment until about week 7 of this year.
I didn't see anything that impressed. The only thing he could do that Peyton and Eli couldn't do was run. And Peyton, let's be honest, the only good Manning out of that family was Peyton. Eli Manning was an absolute bum.
Bum?
Bum.
I don't know, man. Those 2 playoff Super Bowl runs probably takes him out of bum.
Rose is over a turd career.
Hey.
But I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. Those were impressive. But like at the same time, it's just like had a 500 record, had almost as many interceptions as touchdowns. I mean, the guy led the league in interceptions 3 times. And I don't know, maybe bum's a harsh word, but I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
He doesn't go on those 2 playoff runs. He is undoubtedly not a Hall of Famer, but he did. So, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
It's up to the committee.
the fact that people were crashing out because he wasn't a first ballot is crazy because, like, Bill Belichick was on a first ballot Hall of Famer. And
Well, yeah, I mean, now the first ballot, if Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, I don't care about Spygate, Deflategate, Watergate, all the gates. To me, that just washes what a first ballot Hall of Famer is now because he's undoubtedly a first ballot Hall of Famer. Obviously.
I mean, we know Bill Belichick would be working at Chick-fil-A if Tom Brady never existed, though. That's another conversation, man. We got to talk about the players, though. I mean, the preseason action, Steelers starting off hot, getting a Landon Roberts, by the way. He was one of our best run stuffers years ago. I don't know why we ever let him get out of the building. People were like, oh, why are you stoked to have him back? I mean, he's a dog. He was like... It was better than the guy Malik Harrison we had last year. Definitely better than, I don't even remember his name. He was a bum. And then Will Howard looked good. Drew Aller might be a Hall of Fame quarterback the way they're talking about him.
Drew Aller looked like the truth. It's just preseason. Everyone can calm down. I know it's just preseason. I know. But he did ball out.
He did.
Also, Ty Simpson balled out too.
Ty Simpson, man. He looked pretty good. I don't even think he started the game. I think they have Stetson listed as the backup right now, which I don't think is the worst thing ever, because, I mean, obviously, backup or third string, he's not going to play this year, Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
Unless Stafford gets hurt, and then they'll throw Stetson out there. And I don't know. I was surprised Stetson got even as drafted as high as he did with the Rams. I mean, I know he had a crazy college career. 7 years in college and didn't get a degree, which is insane. But I mean,
it's like honestly impressive.
It's
he's like Van Wilder in football.
He's crazy. Well, that or what was the Channing Tatum character from? I think it was 22 Jump Street, where he was just a player that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But he was obviously, because he was the undercover cop, and people were like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I mean, very impressive play out of all of them. But dude. How about those young core with the Arizona Cardinals, man? Jeremiah Love looked like people are comparing him to Adrian Peterson right now. People are comparing who is it? Who do they had another player that was a rookie on their team. I can't remember his name.
I'll look it up while you're chatting.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, Brissett looked good. Marvin Harrison caught a ball in the end zone. The practice yips went away. That's actually who I was thinking of.
Okay.
He was having rookie mistakes. So
Okay.
That's what made me think of that, Marvin Harrison. But
well, you see Jeremiah Love got a high ankle sprain.
no,
Bro, if you give your top 5 picked, I almost said freshman, rookie running back 17 touches in a preseason game, you're drunk. You're drunk. That is insane to give your top 5 pick running back. Like, you throw him out there for a series or two, like, you let him hit a couple holes, and then you pull his ass out of there.
Yeah. They were firing on all cylinders, dude. I mean, Minshew threw some dimes out there. Beck didn't play because of a rib injury, and now feels like the stock dipped because those other guys played just as good. And, it's preseason, but I don't know, man. The Cardinals' offense they look pretty good, dude. I still think they're going to finish 4th. I think they'll win more than 3 games, though, or whatever, but I don't know, dude. And Trey McBride is there, so.
Yeah, he's a blue chipper for sure. Are the Arizona Cardinals the worst? Let's see, how do I say that? Not the worst organization in football. How many Arizona Cardinals fans have you met?
Like none.
Like none, right? I feel like their fan base, and like I have a buddy who lives in Arizona, and we're chatting football or whatever, and he's like, they might as well not exist in Arizona because there's never jerseys or never anything. I don't know.
I only recognize them so well because I watched them damn near take the Super Bowl away from the Steelers. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald took that to the end zone, and I collapsed as an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, however old I was. But I was 9. It was 2009, almost 10. And then Big Ben threw, like, in my unbiased opinion, probably the greatest pass in history.
I know exactly the pass you're talking about.
Who doesn't? Santonio Holmes?
Mm-hmm.
Triple coverage!
Triple coverage!
I mean, my God! But that's beside the point, though. The other team that the Cardinals played that night, the Raiders, Kirk Cousins looked dialed in, threw a dime to Michael Mayer, and showed like, hey, I play with Clint Kubiak. I got the system. I could be the QB1. And Mendoza, had his rookie yips and whatever. Played pretty good, though, I thought.
Yeah, he's going to be
solid.
fine. He's going to be fine. It's funny. I have like a biased opinion about Kirk Cousins because every time he played the Buccaneers, he would throw for like 17 touchdowns and 500 yards. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I think he threw for over 350 and 3 touchdowns like every single time he played the Bucs.
Yeah.
So I'm always pretty high on Kirk Cousins just because we get spanked by him for some reason. But, he's a competent starter. Get you through this year, or at least the first 10 games, to see if Mendoza has it at the end of it. I'd be happy if I was a Raiders fan right now, I think.
I mean, I think so. I mean, Kirk's got that fight to him now, going up in Crosby's grill and going, Although, it's funny, the other day, Dana White said that if Crosby focused on MMA, he could have been a UFC champion. And I'm intrigued because you see these guys making the transition. And I don't know if you've ever seen him. He had sparring footage with Sean Strickland, and Crosby was landing. I mean, Strickland was beating him up, but Max Crosby was he was a dog in there, though. He wanted the fight, and he's like, no mouth guard, which I'm like, that's crazy. But
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of crossover. Like John Jones, doesn't he have a brother that's in the NFL?
Two.
Chandler
Jones, and one actually just passed away, Arthur Jones.
Yep. So I feel like when you're an athlete of that size, stature, speed, I feel like if you just specialize at something, you'll be good at it. So it makes sense to me.
Absolutely, dude. But yeah, man. I mean, you got to be a little impressed. What's the word I'm looking for? Intrigued if you're a fan of either team. But, I mean, we'll see, though. But the Browns quarterback competition is shitting up. It's not heating up. It is sponsored by Dude Wipes.
It's getting chilly in Cleveland, in the Cleveland QB room.
And diarrhea chilly, too. But, yeah, I mean, out of all the ones who played, though, I would say Deshaun Watson looked the best in that preseason game, even though he didn't really throw the ball far. He had that one blooper of a fumble, but I thought he looked okay for not having played in 2 years. Definitely, I mean, Shedeur came in, threw a deep ball on 3rd and long, but that was pretty much the only highlight of the day. And threw another deep ball to ex-Steeler Beanie Bishop Jr., who I don't know why the Steelers ever got rid of him, but that's another conversation. He threw a $6 meatball sub from Subway, right into his lap. There was nobody there besides that Bears defender, and all we're gonna hear is, "Man, you can't blame Stefanski anymore. Who are you gonna blame now?"
We talked off air, but my gauge, if I think you're like an actual football watcher, is your opinion on Shedeur. Because if there's any take that's not he's absolute garbage, I don't think you watch the games.
No. I mean, the thing with him is, too, like with Deshaun, he got the ball out. With Shedeur, it's like, hey, hurry up, make a decision. Mm-hmm. Like, you cannot be holding, especially in the preseason when they're not even showing you, like, crazy coverages or anything like that. And let's be real. If you didn't have the last name Sanders, and specifically the last name of Deion Sanders, obviously a product of Deion Sanders, nobody would be talking about you. You're just no. You would have never even been brought up. And Mel Kiper wouldn't have been on the stage losing his mind for whatever reason. But nobody would have talked about you. Nobody would have been watching Colorado. Nobody would have even heard of Jackson State. You're just a guy. And I wish you all the best in the world. I have no ill will against you. Your fans are just so annoying, though. They think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'll give Shedeur credit on this. He holds himself accountable a lot in like press conferences. Like, even when he played good in that one preseason game last year against Carolina, he's like, it's not the best version of me or whatever. But then like his fans will like say like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And they tried to get him to throw Stefanski under the bus. He never took the bait. Yeah. Even when he absolutely could have, when they took him out for a wildcat play on a 2-point conversion against the Titans last year. But he just is what he is. And I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I just don't see how you can trot that out week 1 or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, his fans don't do him justice because most of his fans don't watch the games. Because
Yeah.
if they did, and then like during his first year, he would do stuff like silly stuff, like be like 3rd and 19, he'd run 8 yards and then celebrate, and then you remember the whole mime thing he did in that interview?
That was stupid. Yeah.
Oh my! That was like one of the most secondhand embarrassment I've ever felt. But at least it seems like he's got that figured out a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude, but and then like anytime, like what was it? He threw a pass against the Steelers last year. It was across his body, and Kyle Duggar had the easiest interception of his life. And then you got people saying, Jerry Jeudy, you got to come back for the ball, bat it down, play defensive back. And it's just like, how about you hold the guy accountable? Like, don't do that. I mean, you see Mahomes and Caleb Williams do that all the time or whatever, but I don't know. That's also, those guys are also very uncoachable. And I don't mean that because they're like brats or anything. It's because of their raw talent.
Sure. No one can coach what Caleb Williams did in those playoff games.
For sure.
You either have it or you don't kind of thing.
Absolutely. But 2 quarterbacks also from that draft class. Cam Ward, not a great start for the Titans. I don't know, dude. I'm going to give it a little time, but because I think he has a lot of potential, but, and obviously, they played the 49ers, who Saleh was there last year, so I'm guessing Shanahan knew what he was going to run, whatever. I don't know. But then again, they probably weren't like – it just was not a good look for him out there.
Sneaky pressure year for him because most quarterbacks, I would say made up stat, but probably 90% plus pop after going into their 3rd year, they kind of pop.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't pop in the first 3 years, I mean, there's your Sam Darnolds and then kind of Baker, of like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but new regime, if he sucks this year, they're just going to go draft another one.
But it's so easy to do that because all these guys that we think are going to be good might be shit, and there might only be like 2, like this year.
True. It's true.
So you can't, they don't just grow on trees, but I think just because he's the number 1 overall pick, he will get a 3rd year no matter what. They could bring in a veteran. I mean, this is just a bad game. He could be really good. So
all preseason qualifiers, like we're not judging until probably week 6 of the NFL season, but we can only comment on what we see.
Absolutely, and I mean, if he's throwing an interception against the Jets, who didn't intercept the ball last year, maybe we will be concerned. But another quarterback from that class, Jackson Dart, man, does he make it past his rookie contract? I don't think so. It's not. It has nothing to do with his play. I mean, people think he's like elite and all this. I thought he was okay for a rookie. I never bought into like the hype where people think he could be a sleeper MVP this year. I'm not into that. Because he's never like we're gonna see Jameis Winston at some point this year because you cannot protect your. And now Tracy's got to pick up that block, but if you're Jackson Dart and you see that guy, I don't know how you didn't see him coming in the first place and get out of the pocket or something like that, but he got killed on that play. And for him to complain about like concussion protocol, I don't know. It's not sitting right with me, dude.
Yeah, he got popped. I think the Giants' best, and this is probably any Jackson Dart team, probably run the ball as much as you can, let them throw it, 18 to 25 times a game, control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to win games this year because they have a nice little trio of running backs. They got Tracy, they got Scattaboo if he has anything left, after his injury, and they got your boy. Don't they? They have Najee. Yeah, so you give each of them 8-9 carries a game, and then let them throw it less than 20 times. They could win some games.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to, I don't understand. Everybody wants to be an air raid offense now. I think it's stupid. Like, running backs exist, and you saw how Philadelphia won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. But now, obviously, the Giants need a better defense for that to happen.
Sure.
We'll see, though. I mean, there's a lot of people are happy that Harbaugh's gone from Baltimore, from what it sounds like. But
I got a buddy who's diehard Baltimore guy, and he said that he wanted him gone last year.
Well, it's not even because of like it just sounds like a different regime, and it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. And then sometimes you need a new voice.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you need a new voice in the locker room.
Like I think it's working for the Steelers quite well, and I forgot to mention him earlier, but And shout out to McCarthy for that. He really brought out the best in those quarterbacks. But, he's got more time to show. But Jeremy Bernard, dude, a lot of people are comparing that guy to Antonio Brown right now with the way he moves and runs. I'm really excited for him. And Caleb Johnson might be a bust for us. He was a third-round pick. He's fallen down to fifth string. So I don't know what happens there was a guy, Lou Nichols, who really balled out for us in that preseason game. I'm excited for the duo of Warren and Dowdle, though. But, I was just thinking of it. Oh, Giants, yes. Went a little off topic. But Odell Beckham did get a massive ovation there. I mean, the crowd was going crazy for him. And will he make the team, though? I don't know.
I don't think he will.
I don't think so either.
And it's no shade to him. Like, he's such a figurehead. Like, I'm super glad that he got that ovation because he had some really good Giants years. Obviously, the huge play. Just father time, man. Father time.
Absolutely. I mean, they cut Juju now, so I don't know if that kept the.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, they cut Juju to sign Najee Harris, but I don't even think.
But my bad. Before we get too far away from it, so I don't want to forget, I think McCarthy gets a bad rap, dude. I think his time in Dallas, before him and then after him, or excuse me, like before him and then during his tenure, like he's a decent coach.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not an A coach, but he's a B coach, I think.
I mean, people talk about Sean Payton like he's one of the greatest of all time when they have a similar resume.
They do have a similar resume.
Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh.
Yep.
You know what? You want to know what it is? It's because he's a fat guy.
Honest
to God, that's what it is.
It is. It's because every offseason he comes back probably 10 pounds heavier than he was the last season.
I mean, when he was calling a play, it looked like he was ordering off a Denny's sheet or something. I mean, like, what's the Peter Griffin meme where he's like holding a Denny's menu instead of a playbook? Freddie Kitchens got featured a lot in that when he was in Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, with a name like Freddie Kitchens, too.
Yeah, what a name, right?
Yeah.
Actually, hey, breaking news.
Oh, love it. Breaking news on the show. Let's hear it.
Along with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, okay.
Vita Vea has gotten a 1-year deal worth $30 million to keep him in Tampa, and he's back on the field.
Mixed feelings about that. Mixed feelings.
1 year.
1 year. I like that it's 1 year. That's obviously a lot to spend on a year, but that's kind of the going rate. I'm honestly, I mean, he's not going to make too many flash plays, but he's just going to stick in that hole, and you can't move him.
Yeah.
You can't move him.
Hard.
So, yeah, sure. Let's do it.
For sure. But, I'm thinking AFC North now since we're talking the Steelers. A guy who I'm afraid to play, and I thought it was a terrible pick by Baltimore. Jacoby Lane's looking really good. Mm-hmm. In practice, in the game, he reminds me a lot of Andre Johnson a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd be a liar if I said I wasn't shaking in my boots. The thought of – although Asante Samuel looked great in that game, and, he's probably telling Joey Porter, hey, fix your back and get back to practice because that contract you want, that's mine, baby. But – the Chicago Bears still want to remain the Chicago Bears, even if they go to Indiana. Don't know how that's going to work, but that's another story.
I mean, don't the Giants play in New Jersey as it stands?
That's true.
So it's like, okay.
New Jersey, New York, what's the difference?
Yeah.
There's new in there. But New England Patriots, for example. But Mike Vrabel with the toss of the century with that challenge flag. He tossed that like he tossed his phone when Diana Rossini was calling him in the middle of the night when his wife's probably like, babe, who's that? It's Domino's.
Why is Domino's texting you at 4 a.m.?
Jake from State Farm at 2 a.m. Who is this?
Oh, my gosh. Bro, the move when he brought out the dog to the press conference, I'm like, you know what? That is so crazy. I don't even hate it. Sure. Why not? Why not?
I mean, I don't know. He became so unlikable so quick, though, because after all that. But
yeah.
Though the Colts played them that night, and Anthony Richardson played like a man who wants a second chance. Had some real flash plays, but also showed why he cannot be reliable. The fumble, the interception was not on him though. That Coleman Owen, I think the wide receiver was his name. Got to catch that ball. But there was a rumor that he fell to third string. That cannot be true. I watched Riley Leonard play. He's awful. He cannot throw the ball more than He's lucky to get a 20-yard pass accurately.
Let's get Phillip Rivers back out there, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, shit. Because Daniel Jones ain't going to make it through a season. Shit, Anthony Richardson can't either. He got injured in the locker room with the stretch band.
I've came up with this, like, if I was ever a GM, never going to happen. But if you draft a quarterback high and he doesn't click after the first 2 years, I feel like you got to trade him ASAP while he still has a speck of value.
Absolutely.
Because now you don't get anything for trading Richardson. You won't get anything for trading JJ. You won't get anything for trading, I don't know, fill in the blank with someone else. Like, for example, if Cam Ward does not ball this year, I feel like you trade him immediately. But
we'll see. I don't know. Titans, they're all over the place, though. But
they are.
A guy who's trying to get into the NFL right now, there was a video, Deontay Johnson, former player, great route runner. That's all he was. Couldn't catch, though. But he was training Jake Paul. I don't know if you saw that video or not.
I did not.
Jake Paul was running routes, and it looked like Big X, the guy, the Texas, where he's like, ugh.
Yeah.
They're telling him good release. They have to be paying him because that is – the guy runs like a kid on the short bus. I mean, he tried to rig boxing. There is no shot that he – no way, right? Jake Paul in the NFL? That's not going to happen.
No, bro. Absolutely not. I would bet every dollar that I have.
And you know what? I'm done talking about it because
I
just saw it, and I feel like we're wasting time right now.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wasn't Deontay Johnson like a known scumbag?
Yes.
Is that, I have that right?
Apparently, he punched Mitchell Trubisky in the locker room at halftime when he wasn't getting the ball, and then Mike Tomlin decided to start Kenny Pickett because of that. I'm like, so you reward him?
Yeah. Okay.
And then he also was walking when it was a run play, not hustling, and the guy fumbled and he didn't even bother to pick up the ball. And people are like, oh, it's because he's not getting the ball. He wants – I'm like, no, he's a fucking pussy-ass bitch. And I'd say that to his face, too. I do not like him one bit.
Well, he got cut from Baltimore like 2 weeks after he signed for him.
Dude, he got cut from 3 teams.
Yeah.
Well, he got traded from Carolina. He signed with Baltimore, and he didn't want to go on the field because they told him to go out there. He's like, it was 41 degrees. I was cold. I didn't want to put bad tape out there. I'm like, brother, 41 degrees. Shut your ass up.
Come on, bro. You get paid to play football.
You played in Pittsburgh, first of all.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
And then you got cut. You signed with Houston. You had a meltdown after you guys won the playoff game against the Chargers because you didn't get the ball, even though you'd only been there for 2 weeks. And then they cut you, and D'Amico Ryans is just like, yeah, it didn't work out with Deontay Johnson. Not the whole, wish you the best, whatever. It was just, it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's a strong sign.
Yeah. When we traded him away, I was celebrating. People were like, wow, we just lost one of the best receivers. And I'm like, just wait. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. But my God.
Yeah.
I was victory lapping that.
Yeah, you're definitely right on that one.
For sure. But a Bengals player left the team to start an acting career in Sierra Wright. And I got to say this. He probably did it after watching the Cincinnati Bengals try to act like a professional football team. Because they say they sell you every year that they're going to be great. And they have a 3rd place, 4th place schedule every year. And they still finish in 3rd or 4th place. The AFC North is tough, but, when you're the hyped up guys and whatever, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, screw the Bengals. That's how we feel on this show.
Yes, sir.
And I stand by my Dak over Joe Burrow, and everyone can suck me, but go ahead.
Nuts. But Dustin Hoffman was at the Cowboys practice, admitted he has no idea about the Cowboys or anything about football, but he said the team looks great, and I love that old Gaylord Focker's having fun.
I don't even know who Dustin Hoffman is, so I'll trust you.
You never watched the Meet with the Fockers or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the parent from there.
On Meet the Fockers?
Yeah. He's the dad.
He's the dad on Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who Dustin Hoffman is then.
Okay, there you go.
All right, sure. There we go.
But there was fights this past weekend. UFC 330 in Philadelphia. Islam Makhachev and Ian Gary headlined the show. And I almost spent money and went there. I did not. I saved my money. It was for good cause because That card sucked like I thought it would. There were some good moments, though, to be fair, but not worth $300 going to. Night kicked off with Jeremiah Wells' insane comeback against Mikhtibek Oralbay. Shout out to the producer, whoever's got to spell that, because actually don't even worry about that. But he was down 2 rounds, and then he hit him with a guillotine. It looked like a ninja choke at first, and then it got him in the guillotine, and Oralbay was out for the count. He didn't tap. He went to sleep. He went out on a shield thinking, I'm up 2 rounds. I cannot tap or I'll lose the fight. And he just... it seems to be a lot of Chinese... Asian-ish type of fighters. I'm racist. They always seem to never tap out, though. They just go out, which...
Respectable, right?
I don't know, dude. I've been in blood chokes. That fucking suck. I tap like a little bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, no, so, all right, but you got to think of it like this. Like, if you're making...
That is their culture, though.
$200K for the fight, are
Yeah.
you tapping? Like, maybe it would be different than sparring at the gym or something.
That's true. Well... I have been in like positions with my black belt instructor, and he'll put me in a hold. I'll be like, "This is nothing, you fucking pussy," and then he'll squeeze hard. I'm like, "Oh, tap, tap, tap." But yeah, shout out to Jeremiah Wells, the 39-year-old gangster. Had the "I'm retired but not retired" speech. He was taking off his gloves, and he's like, if I get a top 15 opponent, I'll still fight. If not, I'm done. In respect, he's 39 years old. Got to win in front of his home crowd. I mean, that's a perfect way to go off, though. But and then Neil Magny, another 39-year-old with a knockout win this time, though. Ramiz was very heavy on the wrestling, had him grounded for a long time, and, that's kind of what you have to do when you're 5'10", going against a 6'3" Neil Magny. But it was a great performance by Magny, great kind of, it didn't start out great for him, but got the finish in round 2. So good on you. And boys, we got a player at light heavyweight in Lucas Fernando. The way he moves at light heavyweight looks like a featherweight almost. His striking is so crisp. I mean, and he just dominated Tobias and found the 3rd round finish with a knee and to the body and just dropped him, and then just ground and pound right after that. And that's all she wrote. Tresean Gore had a 3-round war with Vicente Luque. Pretty much dominated that fight, though, I should say. I mean, I had him winning 30-27. I think 2 other judges did too. But, he lost 2 teeth in the middle of that fight. And in his post-fight speech, he was having a lisp. And people were like, what the hell's going on? And then he's like, yep, this is one of my teeth right here. And Joe Rogan's like, oh. But, and then, yeah. I mean, Tresean Gore's looking good, though. Back-to-back wins, one over Azamat Makhachev, and then a former top 5 welterweight moving up to middleweight, though. But that's a big name in a guy who's been around forever. So Tresean Gore, he's getting better and better. I'm excited to see where he goes next. But Dante Johnson had probably one of, if not the best knockout of the night. There was another one I can't think of. The straight left, he just threw a fucking bomb at Eric McConaughey in the first round. A minute and a half in, and lights out. Eric McConaughey was out for the count. And, Dante Johnson's got fucking rocks for mitts. I mean, that guy was just, every shot he throws, it's so hard. You can hear it from the rafters. It's crazy. But shout out to Dante Johnson. That was a great performance. And, definitely got better after your last fight, when you didn't get a finish. But you learned from it. And kind of. I mean, you still throw a little wild, but that's what makes people want to watch you. Charles Johnson with a round 3 comeback, if he didn't finish it in round 3, that he would have lost, or it would have been a draw at best for sure. I mean, because Chapolin got deducted a point in round 1, and shout out to Eduardo Chapolin for coming in on 3 days' notice. Charles Johnson was originally supposed to fight Jose Ochoa. Ochoa pulled out, so this guy stepped in, and you could tell by the 3rd round he was fading, but Chapolin won the first 2 rounds. I mean, but he got deducted a point in round 1 because he threw a knee to the head of a downed opponent. So that'll do it every time. But Charles Johnson in the 3rd round, a minute and a half in, hit the Scottish twister. Not just the twister, a Scottish twister. I didn't heard of a Scottish twister until I saw that, but it was fucking beautiful. So hell yeah to Charles Johnson. His fight career, he never says die, man. But And then the main event prelim of that night, Chidi and Njokuani beat Joel Alvarez in a kind of lackluster kickboxing affair. I don't know why Joel Alvarez tried to stand and bang with Chidi and Njokuani. Alvarez is more of a grappler per se. I mean, he's got some good striking, but he's like Chidi and Njokuani is a pretty good kickboxer, and he's the better striker, and he was hitting him everywhere, and Alvarez was too busy headhunting, whereas Njokuani was just destroying the legs, which ruined Alvarez's counter attacks and setups for whatever you want to do next. But Edson Barboza had to retire after the beatdown he had from Ribovitz. It was a standing TKO into round 2. But hell of a career for Edson Barboza, man. You've definitely had to see a few of his highlight reel spinning wheel kicks. 42 years old, was looking as yoked as ever. Made me think they stopped testing for steroids, which would make the sport fun again in a way. But that's another conversation. But Ribovitz with a hell of a performance, but Barboza, you'll never be forgotten. You put on legendary knockouts for us fans to see. So, yeah, it's sad to see. But Dustin Stoltzfus with the absolute upset of the night against Mansour Abdul Malik. He was a plus 400 underdog. He's from around the Philly area, moved to Germany, had a beautiful slam in the first round, and went up. And, he was getting touched a lot in the second round, but he had that fucking dog in him, found the rear naked choke, and a relatively dominant performance for Stoltzfus for being an underdog like that. And Abdul Malik has now lost 2 in a row. He got destroyed by a world-class kickboxer in Belguri in his last fight. So who knows where he goes from here. But, he's young. He can learn from this. So, and then Jalen Turner, ever since almost retiring he had retired in March. And, it's unfortunate. It was unfortunate, but he's come back. He beat up Barboza in December, and then in what was it? Yeah, this past week he just destroyed Caio Fernandez. I don't even know if I said that right. He's a Brazilian guy, but it was a great performance. 39-second knockout. It was just beat him up with a barrage of punches, and ever since he found God and he retired for a little bit, he's looked like a changed man, and might be dangerous for the lightweights. He's a 6'3" lightweight, which is crazy to weigh 155 pounds of that weight. But
that is crazy.
And then Mackenzie Dern retained her title against Jillian Robertson. A very dominant performance from her. She was definitely the much more faster and explosive fighter. She was just better all around. Robertson had that 1/5 round, but that was it. And the big headline from that fight was Dean Thomas just kind of quit coaching, to be honest. And he after the fight was over, he went on and he's like, "Yep, I'm done cornering fighters." After really not helping her at all, and to go on TV and say I'm done cornering fighters after that lackluster of a performance you had and did not help your fighter at all. It was the most talked about thing of that night, which is crazy after the record that was set right after. But that's another thing. I don't know. I don't have anything against Dean Thomas. I just wish, if you're going to say, I'm done cornering fighters, maybe wait an hour or two after. No, sorry. Wait a day or two after, instead of saying on TV, because it almost felt like he was just throwing his fighter under the bus for that. And you weren't really helping her during the fight. So I don't know what to say. And she hasn't accepted his apology because he apologized on air before reaching out to her. So she felt like it was kind of fake, and I can understand that. But and then the main event, Islam Makhachev just he got beat up a little, but he relatively dominated Machado Gary with the wrestling, 7 takedowns, and had a beautiful head kick in the second round that almost ended the fight. Dropped Gary, and for him to connect, because Gary's the much taller guy, says a lot about his kicking range, but he just swarmed him with wrestling, and Ian Gary was kind of playing too nice. He was hugging and telling him how great he was during every round when it's dude, you're losing this fight, man. You got to find that killer instinct in you. And maybe it's because he went vegan. Maybe it's because he took his wife's last name. I don't know. But it was just not there. And Dana White even said it too. But very, very weird strategy out of Gary for that one. And he might not get a title fight for a long time due to that. But Yeah, not a great card, to be honest. And I feel like I dodged a bullet not going to that. But there was a 331 press conference with Joshua Van and Alessandro Pantoja. A lot of bad blood there. Van was talking his shit, and they almost got in a brawl. And it's got me stoked for 331. But fights that were announced for 333, I believe it was, that is in Abu Dhabi, where I announced the main and co-main before the UFC did. Big J.
Big J.
Big J. Azamat Mirzakhanov will be taking on Dominic Reyes. Arnold Allen will be taking on Aaron Pico. Abus Magomedov will be taking on Cam Rouston. Nikita Krylov will be taking on Abdul Rakhban Yakiayev. Lenia Kavanagh will be taking on Ramazan Tamirov. Grant Dawson will be taking on Narulo Aliyev. And Alexander Volkov will be taking on Rizvan Kuniev. And boys, dude, we got fucking fights, man. And I'm stoked for it, man. But Ray J also boxed over the weekend. I don't know if you had seen that or not.
No, I missed that one. Thank goodness, probably.
I had no idea what was going on, but I thought he was supposed to die in May. That didn't happen. He won against Orlando Brown, and I was thinking, like, wait, Orlando Brown, the football player? But no, another guy named Orlando Brown that exists. Seems to be a common name, but good for him, I guess. Floyd Mayweather was in the building, but one boxer that did pass away, though, I know you've seen his story. Or I feel like it's had to come up on every algorithm. Pritchard Colon, the guy who I think he had a legal punch to the back of the head, and it's just sad, man. You know, it's
super sad.
It's the negative effects of the sport in a way, but I mean,
slightly surprised it doesn't happen more often, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's why they don't allow punches to the back of the head, because that shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know what he exactly died of. I imagine it had to be a little bit.
Yeah, probably like brain hemorrhage or brain bleed or something, probably.
That's so crazy how that can happen.
I know, man. Sad.
It makes you like afraid to like whenever I see that, I'm like, do I even want to like go spar? Like, it's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, tough to see though. But in the WWE world, real quickly, Aaliyah Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio's brother and Rey Mysterio's daughter is spotted in the Performance Training Center. Will she be the next Mysterio in the wrestling family? We shall see. She's already had her screen time years ago, not as a wrestler, but for storyline purposes, and they dragged his family in the mud, and they had to show up and support him. Not Dominic anymore, though. He's off being a bad boy. But then J.C. Jane won the United States Championship against Tiffany Stratton, and immediately afterwards, Tiffany was punished by having to go hang out with that smelly Indian streamer in Neon. I love my Indian people, by the way, but that guy's fucking weird, so, you know, I'm using the stereotype against him. I don't like any streamers, to be fair, though, but maybe if I met you, I might, but I don't know. People who follow that shit are just weird to me, and like, if you're a fanboy of that, I don't know what to think of you, dude. But.
Yeah, I've never been I think that might be a generation younger than us. Two younger than me, one younger than you, because, like, I don't know, go watch people stream. I've never understood it, but maybe I'm an old man. I don't know.
I'm an old man as well, but speaking of old men, Russell Westbrook announced his retirement from the NBA, and all I got to say is hell of a career, brother. That man could dunk from the three-point line for his. I mean, he was crazy. He was a crazy athlete.
Yeah, probably one of the best athletes in the NBA. Just raw athleticism. So much athleticism that sometimes it hurt him, I think. But yeah, man, good career, and yeah, shout out to Brody.
Yeah, shout out to Brody. Not a great back nine at the end, but
not a great back nine.
That happens to a lot of them. But,
sure.
He's an MVP. You can never take that away from him. Deserve that. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You don't average a triple-double by, what is it? What do they call him? Stat pattern? That's stupid. But his old team, the Lakers, sold once again. I don't know how that's working. I don't know. Like, in two times in 2 years?
It's because their owner's in some hot shit right now.
There's like a family drama with the bus.
Yeah, but they sold it to a guy. Is it Walt? Is his last name Walter or Walton? I forget. I think it's Walton. But he owes people billions. There's even some shit going on with the Dodgers right now. We'll see. That story is not going away. You'll hear about that again.
It'll be interesting. Wonder how much they cover it. But
can I hit you with some breaking news that I just read?
What's up?
So, we got a rookie from LSU. I think his last name is Pygram. I could be having that off, but he had 2 sacks in our preseason game.
Okay.
He just got granted a 5th year of eligibility by the NCAA, and rumors are he's going to go back to school after already playing in an NFL preseason game.
That's so weird. The Cleveland Browns had an offensive lineman go back to Texas, which understandable. I'd leave Cleveland. Yeah. That's crazy. I've never seen that happen before until this year. Twice now.
NCAA is a shit show at the moment, but
it's terrible. Even when they try to take away the 5th year, they get overruled by another court, which is so crazy. Mm-hmm. Why would you go back? I guess he might. What was he? A defensive tackle?
He's an end. He's a defensive end. Yeah. Like an edge.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess the thought is all right. I might only make the practice squad, make a couple $100K. Maybe, Lane Kiffin offered me $1 million to come back and play DN for LSU. I don't know. That's probably what he's thinking. But who knows? Because then it's then if he balls out at LSU, does he get drafted again? Do we have the rights to him? How does that all work? I don't know. Is he
a drafted player or undrafted?
He might be undrafted, but still, the point remains. It's I don't know. The lines are getting blurred as we speak, I think. But
yeah. I don't know how that all works, but
Pat Mahomes returning to Texas Tech.
That'd be great.
That'd be ridiculous.
But you know who paid their respects to Jane Daniels this past Sunday? Who do you think I'm going to?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who.
Angel Reese with 5 missed layups. LSU alum, too.
LSU alum. She did it in honor of him. You're about to make me go on another WNBA tangent, and I don't want to, but I have it in me. But, gosh, dude.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark kind of giggling right behind her was pretty funny.
Dude, okay, so the discourse, you know how they have, around the NBA or whatever, the post-game show. They were all freaking... all women broadcasts, nothing wrong with women broadcasters. I'm just making a point on that. And they were all saying, oh, Angel Reese is so good, so good. She literally, not even 30 seconds prior, missed a game-winning layup. And they had not one negative word to say about her. Come on, what are we doing? You want to be taken seriously or not?
I'm not going to sit here and say she's the worst player ever, but it's also you can say when she's not playing well.
She's Andre Drummond, and that's great. She's a nasty rebounder.
Yeah.
She's going to muck it up in the paint. Just don't expect her to have any semblance of touch anywhere on the court or dribble. And that sounded insulting, but there is, best rebounder in the league probably.
Oh.
But yeah. I don't know, man. We don't celebrate Andre Drummond too much. You know what I mean?
And I loved Andre Drummond.
Me too.
I still do.
I
think he's playing, but I don't know. Pat McAfee released an album. I didn't listen to it. He's now on Monday Night Countdown, too. I just saw that.
That dude's just doing side quests now, dude.
I have nothing against the guy. I understand why people don't like him, though. Totally understand.
Yeah, I understand it, too. I don't dislike him. I'm kind of whatever. I don't lean one way or the other. My worry is ESPN has obviously been going down the drain for a few years now, but it almost feels like when ridiculousness was on MTV 23 hours of the day, you almost can't turn on ESPN without seeing Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Or Stephen A.
It's getting annoying.
Yeah.
But I understand. And they're going to get to the point where he's just on all the time, and people are going to get annoyed with it. But they had to cut out their their tribute for their.
I saw.
Yeah, I didn't even know that guy, if I'm being honest. But 2 quick things we got to close out on in the current event world, because that's just what I do. I don't know much about it, but in the ones that I do know, we bring it up. AOC got divorced. That's Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, whatever.
Well, she wasn't married. I think they broke up.
I don't know.
Okay.
Clav shot a shot at her. That's 2 retards in a pair right there.
The saddest part is because she's like semi-hot, she's probably going to get elected president one day, and I'm not going to
I'm not going to sit here and pretend she's not good looking. She is.
Yeah, she's not bad to look at, sure, but
When you know
I gotta be careful. Just look at her policies, and do we live in Narnia or do we live in the real world?
Well,
And that's all I'll say.
It's not her that started it. Her and Nancy Mace are having like a tits off on Twitter. And it's like the fans on both sides. It's like, I don't even think they wanted this. Like, guys, shut up. But
My politician's hotter than your politician.
yeah, worship them. They don't care about you.
Yeah,
They never will.
no.
And then does Donald Trump having an affair? He was spotted with Natalie Harp. There was love letters, supposedly. I don't know. I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to politics, but I do know I love a good conspiracy theory. And there was the theory that Bill Clinton got his dick sucked by Donald Trump on the Epstein Island. And then, now there's this. Bill got blown in the White House, and he's like, I want to take after the big Bill. That wasn't really a Trump impersonation. But, you wonder, man.
Dude, at the highest level of all that, just literally nothing would surprise me about anything when it comes to like the elites of the elites. So who freaking knows, bro?
Who knows? And that's probably why Brad Pitt is drinking again. He came out and said, I ended my 7-year sobriety because he saw all of this. So
White boy summer, dude.
White boy summer.
White boy summer.
Speaking of white boy summer, last thing, Jim Ross had successful brain surgery. So fuck yeah, one of the legendary commentators from the WWE. Let's fucking go. All around class guy.
Yep.
Met him, love him. So fuck yeah. So glad you guys could tune into it once again. Continue to like, continue to comment, continue to subscribe. Poe, you got anything?
Good show, buddy. I'm out of here.
Yes, sir. Good night, everybody.